back across my past. The mist of time, it went by fast. Things I haven't made no sense. Strange things and weird events. Second guess it and give it a stir. It will bring you back to her. You will make it by living your life. Some things no asking twice. My mind wanders all of my past. So many things I just can't grasp. I feel lost, can't find my way. Looking back, I just got to say, Mr. Gumbo cooking up in my head. It's got me thinking, jumping out of my bed. Ingredients in the back of my mind, mixing up from the front to behind. I'm in the shadows, I'm trying to see the Mr. Gumbo, it's surrounding me. I'm in a place that's the oldest time. Mr. Gumbo, it's an ancient rhyme. I'm living in a mystic gumbo. I can't deny the way I go. It's got me thinking about a mystic gumbo. I'm caught up in the ebb and flow. Stirring up some mystic gumbo. The pot's boiling, mystic gumbo.
Everybody needs a little mystic gumbo in their life, baby. Anyway. God damn. It's Sunday. Damn right it's Sunday, and I knew that. Yeah. Boy, howdy shit, my day is not gone as what happened. Come on now. I am sorry I am late getting started. My dogs. I have puppies. I have puppies that have teeth. I have puppies that have teeth that find wires. And anyway, just got on the air, so I apologize to everybody for being a little bit late. And my mind is a little bit frazzled. My main talking point, whatever you want to call it, Jesus, it's been a rough day, baby. It's been a rough day. Anyway, and I'm getting way ahead of myself. Ask was the first one to jump in, followed by Kelly1313, and JT Libs is here. Or Miss Chick, thank you so much, darling. Roger Himmelwright, and Franca Sailor, and Debbie Kerpan, and I'll get my mouth working in just a minute. P.A. Leggett, David Ritchie's here, Amy Bowens, and Linda Karsten, Dorothy Tyndall, thank you, baby, hanging in there. Janet Olson, James Tripp is here, Sammy Marcy, Nancy Halverson, keep smiling. Oh, yeah, that's what you got to remind yourself. Ask is here. Jeanette Miller, Vicky, Sue Warrior, Jeff Curry, Hallie Colquitt, and Terry B. Let me jump on down here. We won't get started. Boy, howdy shit. Adina Michael and Vicky, Janet Olson, thank you all for being here. Iris Giselle. Anyway, I'm sure you all have heard the news today about Joe Biden. Diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer. And what's on my mind is listening in the last week. Somebody wrote a book. I think it's Jake Tapper from CNN or somebody. Wrote a book. And it was about Biden's final months in office, I guess. And harping in on his cognitive decline. And beating him over the head. And it just frustrates the shit out of me because he was a good president and he got a hell of a lot accomplished. He'll go down in history as getting hindsight, baby. We always turn to it. Even when it's not good. Even when it has no... Anyway. Just frustrated as hell right now. Things did not go well today. Dogs ate up to wire right before the show starts, so we had to go deal with that, get the damn computer restarted, and all of that shit. So my mind is just like out the window. Oh, yeah. And I'm having a margarita on boot.
Well, of course, when things aren't going right, you have a margarita.
That's it. That's it. Any damn reason at all. Anyway, how are you doing, dear?
I spent the day doing outside chores in the mushy weather because that's when I need to do burning chores. Yeah. Now my back hurts. Darn it.
Yeah, that's the way that works.
Yeah.
You go do what
Yeah,
you got to
old
do, and
people
then
and-
next thing you know, you're paying a price for it. Hell, getting old,
Right.
ain't it?
But yeah, the top of the news is that Joe has been diagnosed with prostate cancer,
Yeah.
and it's an aggressive form. So he's reviewing what he's going to do in his treatment options there. Best we can do is send our best wishes
That's it.
and prayers for the people that do
keep
that.
him in your prayers, baby. Yeah, keep him in your
There's
thoughts.
not
Send
really-
out a good little. Yeah. It's hard to.
Not a whole
'cause
lot to say about it, really. I mean, it's not our. Yeah, it's not ours. But
But
in that vein,
But-
there were tornadoes over the weekend too. You know, if there isn't a political shitstorm happening, there's an actual storm happening
shitstorm
somewhere.
happening. Yeah. Boy,
Yeah.
that is-
So the tornadoes over the weekend cumulatively took 28 lives off this planet. 19
Sad.
in Kentucky alone. Yeah. St. Louis lost 5. And there was around 38 people injured, I think, in St. Louis also.
Mm.
So if you want to send some good vibes prayers to those people, and or
There's-
because FEMA probably won't be there, they might
That's a
even
big
need
question,
help
ain't it?
in other ways.
That's a big question whether or not FEMA will show up at a national
Yeah.
disaster now. That's pitiful.
Well,
That's pitiful.
yeah.
What do we?
And you know, people have a misunderstanding of FEMA. The people that show up with the coats on that say FEMA on the back, they come around and they determine, you know, what the major impact is, what's needed most at the moment. They don't
Right.
come around and hand you checks to fix your house. That's not how that works, people. That's not what FEMA does.
FEMA
They're
has been
about
there for the big
assessing
picture.
the damage to the infrastructures, be it water, sewer, electric, you know, whatever that might be, and trying their best to do comfort stations, set up things so people can find the resources they need.
Right.
And yes,
And all of-
sometimes they help with temporary shelters.
And all of a sudden, that's in question.
Yeah.
We haven't had that happen since FEMA was formed.
Right. It really culminated in the, I think, North Carolina area when they had all of that. Was it North Carolina where they had all the flooding and
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. And then people got on, of course, the propaganda media, as I like to call it, and
Yeah.
spread a bunch of lies and you know, yeah, it got nasty. It got nasty. And they didn't even get the help they could have gotten because they refused it. It's like,
Think all
whatever.
the help Donnie could provide with just the money he raked in this past week.
Yes. Yeah, he could have
Yeah.
rebuilt all of those houses.
Could have rebuilt it all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't happening, though.
And of course, also in the bad news section, there was the IVF clinic bombing in
Yes.
California.
Yeah.
And for those who aren't up on that, a man, a 25-year-old man, I'm not going to mention names because it doesn't matter. But he parked his vehicle in front of a facility, an IVF clinic, and blew it up with him in it. He blew himself
Detonated a
up.
car bomb. Blew
And the
up
best they can tell is, yes, he targeted the clinic. I don't know if it was specific to that clinic or just a clinic. He apparently had nihilistic ideations. In other words,
That's
yeah,
what they're saying. That he had no
Yep, you
faith in
can-
humanity. No.
Well, and the other part
Yeah.
is evidence of anti-natalist views, and that means that he had a belief that it's wrong to have children.
Hence why
Yeah,
he attacked
that's
the place that he did.
Kind of a new one on me.
Yeah.
Anyways. So,
Normally,
you know, that's all
it's
the-
against an abortion clinic, not a fertility clinic that is.
Right, a fertility clinic
Yeah.
for having children.
Now they say
Yeah, but
that the
they also
embryos stored
reported
in that building were not damaged.
Well, right, they reported that no person in that building, because I think there wasn't people in that building at the moment, and no storage of anybody's future fertility issues were damaged. Nothing was damaged
Right.
inside, just some structural stuff outside. So far, just him, I think, is the only. Well, no, they said there were 4 people that got injured. They might have been nearby or something, but not sure on that. But there's always good news, John. There's always good news.
We could use a little.
We could.
Hey, tell, what is the good news today? Because I need a little.
Good news. Well, the good news is the new Pope hasn't wasted any time calling for a ceasefire in Gaza and lasting peace in the Ukraine. And he's making an appeal to the powerful people in the world for no more war. And he has also
I
defended
wish I could have faith in that. I really do. I really do. That's where my lack of religious beliefs comes in on me and kicks me in the ass. Is I wish I could believe in that there would be world peace, that there would be no more wars, that the killing all over the world would just stop.
Yeah.
But it ain't.
Even the Bible is full of it. I mean, it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Lots of killing in there. And
the other good news coming out of Romania is Romanians are celebrating after the election of Nicolazer. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yes.
Nicusor.
I don't know what party what they name him, but he's the liberal guy. He is.
He is. He's pro-EU, pro-Ukraine. He's a mathematician, genius IQ, and wants to eradicate corruption and organized crime. He
Sounds
was
like a
the
plan
mayor
to
of
me.
Bucharest. Yeah. He won with maybe approximately 55% of the vote. So
outstanding.
That's
outstanding. It tells you something where the climate is in this world.
Yeah,
Even in
and
Romania.
normally I wouldn't necessarily celebrate a house burning down or a large building burning down, but just a little side note. Nottoway Plantation in Louisiana has burned to the ground.
Right.
Bye-bye, bad history. It
What?
was a sugarcane plantation, and at one time had roughly 200 enslaved people there.
What was the name of the place again?
Nottoway, Nottoway. Nottoway Plantation. I don't remember the town it was in, but it was owned by Randolph was the last name originally.
Well,
but anyway,
history catches up. History catches up.
It's and erase that piece of history. And
and what?
Well, and have you had a chance to hear anything about the current president going after Taylor Swift and Bruce Springsteen, the boss?
Those no talented people.
Those no talented people, right?
Yeah.
But have you actually seen
I saw part of what his clips of what? I've seen Bruce Springsteen's clip of him on stage talking.
Right. He's out on his Land of Hope and Dreams tour, and he's currently in the UK. And that's what prompted that mad midnight truther to make his little
whining session.
Twit thingy.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called. His whine.
They're mean to me.
His whine.
They're mean to me.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
First they're mean to
much.
you. You're a mean person. So.
And I think that kind of covers everything I got.
Well, I got
Like
a couple
I was
here.
busy today.
I want to thank Dan Hack, who came in with $2, said that bastard is the most corrupt president ever. Ever. Did we say ever? Ever in history. Most corrupt president this country's ever seen. And Chuckster 255 came in with $5 and said, howdy all Blue Dot family members. Hope y'all are doing well. Oh, in 8647. Hey, trying to get us in trouble here. Going to have the cops come break down the door. Yeah. 8647, baby. Yeah, I have it 8645. I mean 86 yeah. 8645 shirt. And I need to dig it out. Same meaning. Same meaning.
Yeah, I don't go with their explanation of 86. I guess I would have to know more. We used to use it as
Just get
a,
rid of the guy. Doesn't say anything
well,
about how you
yeah,
do that. Just get rid of him.
it just means
Vote his
to
ass out. Impeach his
remove
ass.
somebody, to ban them, to make them be away from you.
Go away. Go away. We don't
Yeah.
need your ass around here anymore. Hello, Dave.
Hello, mate. I'm just trying to work out how to. Hi, Mr. Chick. I'm just trying to work out how to spell extortion. It starts with an E or a T.
Yeah.
Extortion.
Extortion.
It seems to be that these countries have worked out. Hang on, if we make all these lovely promises to Trump of building towers, Trump towers in our country, they seem to escape tariffs. And countries like Vietnam and what's the name? The Qatar. I mean, Qatar is just laughing. They just got Trump wrapped around their little finger, and I'm a bit amazed that I see Trump is rolling up a newspaper. And we'll call this newspaper The Law. And he's rolling it up, and he's put a nice, like he hit your puppy
Wants
dog
to go
for
whack
weeing on the
somebody.
carpet. And he's whacking America's face with this newspaper, rolled up newspaper. And he's saying, I'm fucking king. I don't care about SCOTUS.
Yeah.
I don't care about federal judges. I don't care what you say. I'm going to do it. How in the world do you justify a $400 million jet by saying, well,
You can't. And let's be honest,
any
Dave,
man would be
that
crazy.
$400 million jet, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah,
As
but hang on,
far
I'm
as the
getting there.
grift that's going on right now.
This
Yeah.
$4 million
It's a
jet.
big score.
Let's take the jet out of it, John. Let's take the jet out of it. What if it was a suitcase with $400 million in cash? Was a suitcase $4 million in gold? It's a fucking evaluate thing. It's $400 million, whether it be cash, gold, or a fucking plane. That Qatar
Pretty good
can't
for a
sell
bribe, huh?
because of the mate. And then the
There is no
$2
honor
billion
amongst
in
thieves,
meme.
buddy. You
The
know,
meme coins of $2 billion in meme coins of his. They've been purchased
that's
by
what I mean.
Vietnam.
The jet is small potatoes, really, compared to the money he is
Yes.
raking in with this cryptocurrency, with every damn other thing he's got going on. His motels all over the world. He's going to get a new one now in Damascus.
Well, that's what you see. What you don't see is the boys. They accuse Hunter Biden of capitalising on his dad. These boys are making $500,000 sign-ups on their club, and they're going to have them in Qatar and all that. I mean, these guys are making millions and
What's the
millions
name for
off
that?
their dad. And
What is that? What do they call that? Hypocrisy.
extortion? No, not extortion. There's so many
hypocrisy.
words.
It's there. Yeah, there's only so many words you can use to describe what the hell they're doing. With the full support of the maggot crowd. Go Donnie.
Yes.
While he rapes this country
Less-
and goes.
less.
Yeah.
Less
They could give a
support,
shit
because
less, just like him.
There were 6 GOP congressmen that have voted against Trump in a recent vote. So there is a little bit of disdain within the Trump. I think, look, he's a paper tiger, and I think they're starting to realise that. And
they
the only
voted
thing
him-
he controls with is fear. That's all he's got. Is fear.
That's what we hate and fear, baby. Hate is what he sells. That's all he sold ever since he came down the damn escalator. That's all he's sold. He will hate your neighbor, hate your immigrants, hate everything about America. Just hate it.
How dare he say to ABC, you're going to be in trouble if you keep talking about this fucking plane, and other news corporations. How dare he send the Secret Service down to someone's place
dares.
that on a podcast said 8647 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He's weaponized everything in America. And now he's weaponized
He's doing
your
exactly
borders.
what he accused Joe Biden of doing. Joe
Worse.
Biden did not weaponize the damn FBI or the DOJ. He didn't do that.
No.
Donnie is.
Joe Biden didn't put soldiers along your border. Joe Biden didn't have to put soldiers along the border. He had the border under control. I mean, the fact that Trump was in Qatar saying, "Hey, even in Qatar, he's saying eggs are down 98%. This is all the
Because
bullshit." They must have been
knows
looking
there's
at
a
your
certain amount
president.
of people that are going to believe that shit, that are going to buy
They must
into
have been
it.
looking at your president saying, "What an idiot." They would have
Those
laughed
of us that
internally.
know and look at what's going on, know he's lying. No, he's lying. No, it's all bullshit. But to those that just, that are maggots, they're not listening. They're not paying attention to jack shit. Hello, Mitch Goldstein.
Oh, Mitch. Hello,
Mitch.
Mitch.
Uh-oh. You're not lighting up, Mitch. Oh, a little bit.
Yeah, he is.
You with us, Mitch?
You're adjusted.
Should I send you back down or recycle you? All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to recycle you. I'm going to put you back down in the audience and then invite you back up again. See what happens there. Oh, he must be having to restart or something. He just went off the radar.
Yeah, he's probably restarting his Discord.
I'm sure he's got plenty to say. Remember, there he is.
But everything, guys in America is so upside down. He is the worst. Not just, I mean, someone commented in the donation that he's the worst president ever. Yeah. He's the worst dictator in the world. I mean, did you see him on the news yesterday saying, did you notice how they treat Kim Jong-un? When he talks, they all stand attention and they all take notice. That's how I want my people to be.
That's exactly what he wants. That's what I've said from the beginning. He wants the power of Putin and the adulation Kim Jong-un is. That's all he wants. He wants us all to stand and clap and glorify his name, hang a picture in your house and all that shit. That's what he wants. Mitch, did you make it in?
He's muted, mate.
You're muted up. There you go. Nope, muted up. Might be having trouble. Try it again, Mitch.
Well, that's unusual.
Yeah, Mitch usually got a great connection. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens here. Mitch, I'm going to recycle you again, buddy. Let's see. Yeah, he already did it. Self-recycle. Hey, Yelly man, how are you?
Hi, John.
Hello, Yelly.
Hello, Aussie, and hello, Mitch. I was very sad to see what happened to Joe Biden. And I'm also very angry about what they've been saying about him.
They've been raking him over the coals here lately.
Yeah. And if he's had
Tapper
cancer,
somebody wrote a book.
If he's had, that fucking asshole in CNN. If he's got cancer, it explains everything. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, give this man a break. He lost 2 fucking kids. He lost his wife, and he's been dealing with cancer. And he did his best while he was president.
I think he did a bang-up job when he was president. The infrastructure bill.
Why is Jack Tapper doing this now? I mean, we have an animal in the White House
because it's going to sell books. It's going to sell books.
But he's a disgusting piece of shit. And that's how I feel
making
about
the Democratic Party look like they don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I guess that's part of their plan.
Why isn't he concentrating on Trump? I mean, is somebody paying him to divert?
Oh, don't worry. He's going to write a book about Trump too. Don't worry. He'll write a book about Trump too. Yeah,
but he's a grifter. But I like to, I think tonight we should talk a little bit about Biden, since he's obviously very sick. Yeah. I mean, when you have...
It's an aggressive form of cancer, they say.
It seems to me that it's like stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
And that's a very
there's only one consolation here, guys, that he's of his age that he is, that it didn't happen 20 years ago. I don't think it's going to shorten his life in respect of, if he had another 5, 6, 7 years in him, I don't think it's going to take much away from him. But it's just a bad way to end your life, isn't it? With such a good record in your life.
I don't know a good way to.
Service to people. No, but he was a great service.
I think we should talk about what he has achieved, what he did as president.
You pulled this nation out of a hole that Donnie dug it into, and that he's currently trying to redig the hole.
Yeah.
Hey, let me catch up before we try to get Mitch in here one more time. Laneige came in with a $5 donation and said, the boss still rocks him. That's it, baby. And he always will. Yeah, Trump who? Rhett's mom came in with a $5 donation and said, Blue Dot, thank you for giving us a safe place. I'm so freaking hating. I'm so freaking. I don't want you to be whatever that is. Yeah. Don't despair, baby. Things are bad. Guess what? They're going to get worse before they get better, and they will get better because it's going to be by our voice that does that. And Peter came in with a $50 donation and said, "Hi, John and Blue Dot fam. Don't Donnie have to vote to have a parade?" Oh, no, that's the way it used to be. Congress used to be involved in that shit. We don't need no Congress. Don't need no of that. It's Donnie's. He's the president. He's the commander in chief. He can order the military to do whatever the hell he wants. So yeah, we're gonna have a parade, and yeah, we never have been that kind of country, but we're starting to do a whole lot of things that we used to not do, and that goes deep. Mitch, did you make it? You muted up. If you're trying to talk, Mitch, you're muted. Your mic's muted, and obviously he knows that. So he's having trouble. We're just gonna leave him right there and see if he gets that figured out. Anyway, where was my head? Outside of the fact that Donnie wants to
on
be
your shoulders, mate.
Huh?
Biden's cancer. I mean, yeah.
It's a horrible diagnosis, and a lot of people have suffered with cancer, and
Yeah.
it's not an easy fight. And yeah,
I hope. I thought he deserved a couple of good years, so that he could
he did fantastic things for this country.
Yeah.
He brought us out of the hole that Trump dug for us during
yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
Turned this country
Can you
around.
imagine how bad it would have been had Trump been able to continue with COVID and all that stuff? When
If
Biden
he would have been reelected, if Trump would have been reelected,
it would have been terrible.
yeah, we'd be pretty well sunk by now. We would have been bankrupt in every form of the word, and financially, morally, ethically. That's where he's gone. That's where he's going now. He's got one term left. Knock on wood.
Have you seen this fucking videos from Pam Bondi and all these fucking stupid assholes? Whenever they have a cabinet meeting, they open up praising him. Oh, I like to thank you, Trump.
Anytime they have a meeting, anytime they go around the table, and every one of them have to sit there and praise him like he's Jesus himself.
This is
like
North
it's
Korea.
the Last Supper, and they know it. And Lord have mercy, he is the greatest thing ever that happened to him. It's a sickening show, and it's sickening to watch full-grown people sit there and grovel in front of him. And that's exactly what it is.
They're not educated, John. They're not educated people.
They are educated, though.
No, John, they are not educated where it's important. They are not educated when it comes to dealing with the people and what their job is. They may have gone to school, but they are self-indulgent. They're self-indulgent. And to me, that's an uneducated person because they have no empathy for their fellow human beings. So, they're not educated
in the game
people.
of politics to try to make or improve anybody's life.
They're turning America into North Korea. This is even worse than North Korea. They're like clapping their hands like, you've seen all these they're doing for Kim Il-jung or whatever the fuck he is. I mean, it is so disgusting. I mean, it's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. It's, I
think for a lot of us it is. For a lot of us.
Well, what's disgusting is seeing that Trump sucking up to Qatar, when we all know Qatar's history is not good with America and the rest of the world for housing terrorism and those things that he's supposed to be fighting against. Oh, we're going to kill terrorism. He's dealing with countries that deal with terrorism, and that's a
He
bad
doesn't
thing.
give a shit. He doesn't give a shit. I mean, it's all about the money for him.
It is.
You know.
It is.
Yeah.
He sat with the Prince Slice and
Prince.
Dice. Called him a great
Oh
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
The shopper.
Yeah. Everything's for
shopper,
sale with Trump, baby. Everything's got a price on it. There's no integrity, no morals, no patriotic feelings. It's all on the line, baby. It's all for sale.
Yeah.
And I don't know how
And
come
do you know
the
what
right
he's
can't
trying
see
to
that the first trip he
You know,
makes. Go
It's
ahead.
Saudi
stuck.
Arabia.
he has stuck a nuclear submarine, an attack-class nuclear submarine, off the coast of China. It's sitting there now. It landed there 2 days ago. And don't you think China knows about that? He's intimidating fucking China. And this is what he's using your armed forces for. He's using your armed forces and we know the DOJ, but your armed forces to intimidate the world. If you want our army or my army, you'll pay.
Yeah, there
if
you
you
go.
don't
My
pay
army.
or play my game.
That's what he says. It's my army. Hello, Ben.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going all right. How you doing?
Hello, Ben.
Doing good. Well, you know what Iran's doing now with Ham and Hexel?
Pray tell. What?
They are using North Korea's playbook on him and Hexeth, and they are playing them like fools. That they are.
Well, what else is new? I mean, who isn't playing him for fools? Everybody is.
And his cult is just eating this crap up and just acting like everything's
Sure, they love it. They love it. I still got 2024 signs all up down my street. Are you shitting me? Guy around the corner's got 5 flags out there flying on the fucking highway. They're still tickled to death. Are you shitting me? Yes, they're happy. I don't know when that's going to ever, you know.
You never considered torching those fucking flags, John?
No, I'm trying to forget.
No, that would only incite problems, mate. I mean, I'd hate to be your neighbour, Yelly Man. I really would.
They would because those fucking flags
we'd be sharing bullets.
Oh yeah, I would fucking burn those fucking flags down.
Yeah, that's not anybody's wish. Hey, let me thank John Cass, who came in with a $20 donation and said 8647. Boy, howdy shit.
What the hell is that? What do I mean by that? What's the point with that? 84.
86, 47. 40, he is the 47th president. 86 means to get rid of, to make go away.
It's an old American military term they used to use in World War II. They used to say 86 him, meaning get him out.
Yeah, get him out of there in whatever way that means. So it.
Well,
you know,
I mean,
but they're saying it was a direct threat on Trump's life. That when James Comey texted that out, that it was a direct threat on the president's life.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit. Go look at social media right now. 8647's all over the fucking place. What are they going to do? Go arrest everybody? Going to arrest everybody? Come arrest me. Shit, we done said it on this show several times. 8647, there it is. It's called freedom of speech. Freedom of expression.
I don't know what the hell it means. I don't know what it means, but it's whatever it is,
well,
you know.
Another announcement you don't know about?
And that could mean by vote, by impeachment.
Yeah, it could be impeachment, yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that you don't maybe not be aware of, John, is that Trump has directed Hexeth to come up with a new standard. When you roll, I'm sure you know this, but when you enroll in the armed forces, you get you do an IQ sort of test. They evaluate you what area you may be better in or better off at. And then officers are pretty well pre-selected. They know that this bloke's officer material, and so his file is tagged that way. Well, now Trump's
they're going to tailor that.
Yes, they want to lower the level so others can become officers. Meaning, the more stupid become officers,
the more
loyal
to
Trump.
Because it's not loyalty to the Constitution or loyalty to this country.
You've heard about
loyalty to Trump. And that,
so you know about that.
Yeah, he's already gotten rid of the top generals and admirals.
Yep.
You know,
and the JAG.
Get rid of them because hell, we don't need anybody with any experience. We got Pete Hegseth. He knows what to do. No,
JAG
we don't.
Lawyers, John, have the
Yes.
Jags always been cut?
Isn't that what
Yes.
they call it? Pete Hedgehog?
Pete Hedge.
No offense
Well,
to the Hedgehog.
Hedgehog is now saying that he wants to look at the female role in the military, meaning that all those fantastic female jet fighter pilots that I see on YouTube,
Yeah.
they're going to be 86.
Not qualified for combat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Women are going to be
Because they're women.
demoralized in the military.
They're women, Dave. You can't
They
trust
should be
women.
home in the kitchen.
What
They're
a
going to be
fucking
home in the kitchen.
$400 million aircraft? Are you shitting me? Come on. They'll be up there
But
putting
John-
an eyeliner on there in the mirror, in the
gonna
crash
cost
airplane.
them-
Can you see the writing on the wall? They want they want your women at
They
home in
want
the kitchen,
a
barefoot,
brown
pregnant.
shirt military. They want a military
don't
loyal
want-
to him.
John, they
Did you
don't
hear-
want to bring immigrants in because no country can survive, a growing country, without immigration. We need immigration. Everyone needs them because we don't breed enough within. So it was like China. They were overbreeding, whatever it may be, but now they're desperately trying to breed because they stopped immigration there for a while, and they gave a one child family.
Yeah, they had a one-child
right.
deal
Now
there
it's
for a
go for
long
broke.
time, and now they're trying to encourage more pregnancies within
Yeah.
China. Yeah.
So they want your women to breed, mate. They don't want them in the armed forces or in the offices or controlling anything. They want them to pop out American white babies.
Yep. I'm not going to argue with you, Dave. That's exactly what they think. That's what Donald Trump thinks. That's what Pete Hedges thinks. I don't know how much of his cabinet thinks it, but they're going to say they do. To please him, they'll go along with anything he says. And it is. It's shameful.
Do they have somebody?
Thought we had moved past
they
this shit,
have
but we
one-
haven't. We're not past the gay stuff either. No. We're going to go after that, too. Yeah. Bet your ass. Everything that we fought for before is on the line.
Well,
Everything.
they're gonna go after gays. They're probably gonna have to fire 2/3 of his cabinet. They're pretty close to the gays. Everybody, in that cabinet.
Well, there is a lot of closet gays that don't admit they're gay in the GOP. They'd be crazy
Did you
too.
see what happened? Did you see what happened when they had the convention? That gay app
great
that just
comment.
blew up.
Oh, there's a great comment. There is a great comment. Rose Lakota came in with a $20 Canadian donation. Thank you, Rose. Thank you very much. And it says the last time the Saudis gifted a jet to the USA, it was personally delivered right to the Twin Towers.
It was too. Yes, it was perfect
That was
comment.
pretty good,
Yes.
yeah. That was pretty dark. Yeah.
Very good, Rose. Very good. Yes. It's exactly what it is. Anybody that thinks Saudi Arabia wasn't heavily involved in 9/11, I don't know where you're thinking.
How many
They
of
play
the
these games of, it wasn't
were-
him. It was bin Laden. He was over there. Well, where do you think bin Laden got all his damn money from? And money seems to
And
be
what
the
about
key
the
feature in all of
hijackers?
this. The what?
How many of them were Saudis of the hijackers? Like,
Oh, there were
everybody?
several of them. I can't remember the number.
I think
right
everybody
now, but-
was.
No,
Well, was
almost.
any of
I
them
think
not
there was a
Saudis?
good portion of them were direct
Yeah.
Saudi Arabians.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but we forget easily. Don't worry about it. We turn the other cheek.
And you went to Afghanistan. You should have bombed
Winking
Saudi
behind
Arabia.
the pat of the palm. That's what this is. That's what Trump did. That's what he did his first term.
Yeah.
He sent
15
Jared
of
over there.
19
Jared
of-
walked out with billions of dollars of Saudi
Yeah.
money.
Mm-hmm.
This is not
There it
a
is.
new game. This is the same game.
Do you guys,
Huh?
do you guys remember the time that John Stewart stood up there and fought for those 9/11
Yes.
sufferers?
Yes.
Well,
Yes, I
Trump
do.
has cut that program, or
Well,
he's
of
cut
course
it in
he has.
half.
Of course he has.
He has gutted that
No.
program.
He's gutting everything for that serves the American people. The only reason his big, beautiful bill didn't pass is because the Republicans didn't vote for it because it didn't cut Medicare enough. It didn't cut into Medicaid enough.
He
for them.
wasn't enough asshole.
That he
Is that
was.
what
Yeah,
they're saying?
it wasn't terrible enough. They
No.
they want more. So it's
Yeah.
not just
And then
Trump.
why
It's
does-
the powers behind him.
Why does the Department of Homeland Security want 20,000 more National Guard to help with deportation? That's another new thing. 20,000 National Guards required for deportation assistance.
What do you want me to say, Dave?
A cover for policing. It's basically they want to use National Guard for policing. They want to be able to have the National Guard walk the streets and say, "Give us your papers, show us your papers, show us your documents." This is like
Show us your
Germany
papers, old
1930s. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, put him in the back of the truck. You know?
We're not far from any of this, Dave. A lot of people in this country are very concerned. I'm one of them. That is concerned that if we go to a certain point in this country that turns to violence, my ass is cooked. And so is a lot of other people. Because we used our voice, because we stood up and said something. Think if anything starts on this fucking street, who do you think my neighbors are going to fucking point at? I don't trust them. That's bad. That's bad. That's like I'm going to say. We need to do everything we can. No Kings, the 50-51 project. Do whatever you can, use your voice, but we cannot descend into violence because that's what he wants. He wants that so bad. So he could declare martial law in this country, all of this country. And what do you think a man like him would do with that kind of power? Revenge tour would be a minor thing. He's going after everybody. So yeah, we need you to use your voice. Join the protest. They got one coming up on June 14th. 50 states, 50 capitals, baby. And we need to have our voice heard. Because that's the only way. That's the only weapon that we have.
You know what? You know what he's acting like right now, Trump? Trump is acting like right now? He's acting like that 13-year-old spoiled brat bully that didn't get enough attention as a teenager.
He doesn't get attention all his life.
He's like, oh, everyone. He's in his mind. He thinks, oh, everyone bullied me, so now I'm going to bully everyone back.
Cajun spices. What? Caroline, what are you cooking? Oh, I'm sorry. Something dropped down on my iPad. One of our blue dots is cooking evidently something with Cajun spice. So I'm just saying.
Oh.
Sounds good.
Are you aware? Did you know that this month is the start of Diarrhea Awareness Month? It starts it starts Monday and runs till Friday.
Yeah. Let's hope it don't.
Oh yeah.
That's the last thing I need in my life.
Bit of
Thanks for
diarrhea.
that tip, Dave. Yeah, we appreciate that.
Thank you for mentioning that, Dave. Yeah, that was thoughtful
Yeah.
of you. I mean, we all.
I don't know if it went over your heads, but some people got it, but some people didn't get it.
I
Did
guess
you
I
hear?
Yeah, it's going to
get it.
run. It's going to
Diarrhea.
run from Monday to all week.
There
Down
you
your
go,
leg.
John.
Down your leg. If you're lucky,
Unless
if
you
you're not
got-
lucky enough to
unless-
make it to the bathroom, that's where it's going to run.
Yeah.
Unless you got a diaper, Trump.
Mm-mm-mm.
Do you actually think he wears a diaper? Do you really think he wears a diaper?
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
I do.
Oh yeah.
I do.
Oh yeah. 100%. If you've seen his ass on pictures, it's so big. You know what?
The
Do you?
only
Yeah,
thing
I
I remember
do.
about his ass,
It's
the only thing I
been said
remember
that
about
he's
his
got
ass
problems.
is that photograph of him bending over in white shorts or white
That's not
pants
the
and he had a
problems
big
I'm
brown
worried
stain.
about. I don't give a shit if he shits his pants. I just don't want him to shit on the country. You know, that's
But
the
he's shitting on the country. He is
yeah.
shitting.
He's crapping all over the place. He could give two shits
Yeah,
about
he's-
anybody.
But I don't think Melania is changing his diapers anymore. I don't think she is the one.
You don't think she's wiping his bum?
No, I don't think that. I don't think she's ever she's seen him for. I mean,
She doesn't seem to
nobody
be
knows
too
where she is.
enthused about coming to the White House.
No, she's not living
No.
there. She's a missing
She has no
person.
interest in being first lady.
No.
You know,
She wants to be chauffeured around and have
She
all the
has- why
Secret
should she
Service.
be
Oh, yeah,
concerned
yeah.
with being first lady
Sure.
when he's not concerned with being a president?
No.
That's not what this administration is about. It's not about this country. It's not about politics. It's about grifting and greed, baby. That's all it is. And she could give two shits.
how much can we steal?
Yeah,
You know,
that's about
so-
it. Kay Allen just came in with $10 and said, June 14th, stay out of D.C. Protest elsewhere only. Donald J. Trump's gunning for us, and do not give him an excuse. In wiser words. And Kay, I hope your ears were burning, because I was talking about you. I was in a chat with some Blue Dots the other night, and we were talking about Blue Dots. So he's talking about you, talking about all of y'all. And Kay Allen came up. Kay Allen lives in D.C. Is to say a wonderful person would be an understatement. But Kay will know what I was talking about. The first time I ever saw Kay was on Kay's Facebook page. Kay, boy howdy shit, baby. I love you. And yeah, it's this. You know, I often say it. This family that we've grown is much more than just a political protest or a political. This has become a family of friends, and I'm tickled to death about that. It's probably the most satisfying thing of this whole damn thing. What's that, Dave?
Did you notice Pam Bondi sold $5 million worth of shares just prior to Trump manipulating the market again? I mean, these people are dealing in $5 million worth of shares. Fucking Pam Bondi, she was a freaking television personality.
He's gonna play the market as best he can. He's gonna signal to his allies when to pull their money out and when to put their money in. You know, it's
and also
that's above my pay grade. I don't know really a whole lot about it, but it's just my feeling that hell yes, there's deals being made. That's how come
Alabama
we've lost
Supreme
control
Court.
of this fucking country because of the one thing, money. And if we could get money out of politics, we might stand a chance, but we can't. I don't think there should be a congressman or senator at all who should, all of their money should be put in a blind trust where they don't know what the fuck's happening with their money. Is it there? Is it not there? What deals should be made? What laws should we pass to impact this product, that product, or impact this market? It's a game. But it's not made for us, baby. It's not made for us.
SCOTUS, basically, obviously, you all know about this. SCOTUS has said, no, you must apply due process to these people and give them what the Constitution says, which is due process.
Well, they kicked it back to the lower courts. They kicked it back to the lower courts is what they did.
Okay, but Trump says fuck off to SCOTUS. Then the Alabama Supreme Court, 3 federal judges there said, hey, these redrawn lines that you've got are illegal. Put them back to where they're supposed to be, where they limit the black vote and all that by drawing a line. They said fuck off.
Dilute the black vote, yes.
Yeah. So they're not listening to the law. You actually have a lawless government. Call it what it is. It is a lawless government.
That, Dave? What did they do?
It's Trump's law. We're just switching from
Alabama,
the law of the Constitution to the law of Trump. That's what we're doing.
Stop the redistricting?
No. MAGA had redrawn the lines. The election was run under those lines, but the good people out there that are fighting for democracy and the right thing took this to the Supreme Court in Alabama, and they decided that was not right. It was illegal or was unconstitutional the way they drew those lines to put them back the way they were prior to the election, and they've said no.
Oh, God.
Seems to be the answer of the day, Dave. Just say no. You know, it worked with drugs.
I mean, did the Supreme Court do that? I mean,
Alabama Supreme Court.
The Alabama Supreme Court. It's going to be challenged.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought they were supposed to follow the law.
They are the law in Alabama.
This is a lawless government. It's Trump, as John said, it's Trump's law.
Yeah,
that's what they're trying.
That's what they're trying, because he thinks he can outdo the Supreme Court. He thinks he doesn't even have to listen to them anymore.
But you got to get rid of get rid of appointing politicians to the bench, because this is disgusting. You know, they need to be apolitical when they go on the bench, because you can't have people legislating on the bench. I mean, it's disgusting.
Yeah, tell that
That's
to
what basically is happening.
to Clarence Thomas
Yeah.
and
That Alito.
yeah, Judge Alito. They were the dissenting votes.
Well,
on,
Thomas has had a little change of heart. He's actually, all for habeas corpus and all that. So all the judges are. They'd be stupid to say no. That fuck the Constitution. It would just.
You think? You think?
Not even
Donnie
them,
doesn't have any trouble
Not
with it.
even they can go that far. That would
Donnie
be
has
the
no
most-
use for a Supreme Court. If he had a way to get rid of it, he would. It's embedded in.
I am the supreme leader of the United States.
He wants to be supreme leader.
What do I
Period.
need those?
End of sentence right there. Put a period right there. Supreme leader.
But, it goes to show what we're talking about right now stood out in Congress when Pam Bondi and the other idiots, Kennedy and Christy Nome,
Kenny.
just spoke
Pick
back
one.
to the Congress and they just filibustered. They just filibustered on behalf of Trump. You don't support America if
Pick
you don't.
anybody in his cabinet.
if you
I
don't-
had hopes for Marco Rubio. They've been dashed. Yeah. Marco
God.
Rubio just fell in line, baby. Hey, let me catch up here real quick. Kay Allen came back with another $10 and said Romania just elected the anti-Trump candidate for president. I know, baby. Ain't that something? It's going to spread. I hope it's going to spread all over this world. Our Hands came in with $20 and said, what I want to know is where is SCOTUS? Certainly they're watching this unfold, and they gave Trump immunity. Yeah, you'd like to kind of think they're regretting that shit. You'd think. And Beth came in with $5 and said, June 6th, there's a veterans protest in D.C. I'm trying to be there. Not a veteran, but very appreciative to all who have served. Thank you. Well, Beth, thank you very much, baby. I appreciate that. And if you're going, take care of yourself and be careful. And Krista Hines came in with $2 and said, actively debating live time news is the best way. Actively debating live time news is the best way. All right. Be careful where you get your news. And that's getting very difficult. It's I used to have a lot of faith in CNN. I don't anymore.
They used to be pretty good.
They
in the
used to be a
90s
lot
when,
better than they are now.
Yeah.
Well, look at
Terry
Jake
B
Tapper.
says he just read where Walmart is leaving the U.S. Oh, Terry, I doubt that, baby. I doubt that. Walmart's the biggest.
Walmart, good on you. Good on you,
They're not
Walmart, for doing the right thing.
They did stand up and say they're gonna have to go up on their prices because of the tariffs.
Yep.
And they're just being honest. And Trump's pissed at them for being honest. Don't say that.
You know
Don't
what he
let
told
the cat out of the bag.
And you know what he personally told the CEO of Walmart? He said, as far as I'm concerned, you can eat the tariffs.
Yeah, that's what he said. Eat it. Eat the tariffs.
I'm like,
Just
okay,
whatever he does.
Okay, Trumpy, yeah, start pissing off these CEOs and watch what happens.
They're in the business of making money. They're not going to eat this. The price goes up for them. They're going to pass it on to the consumer. They might eat a tiny piece of it. Not very much, I imagine. Bill, are you with us?
Thinking about this. Hi, Bill.
Hey, how you guys all doing?
We're doing
right,
hell
Bill.
fine, Bill. How are you?
Oh, I'm still alive.
Well, there you go. It's first test of the day, and you passed it. There you go. You woke up.
You're breathing.
Yeah.
Glad you didn't. Well, glad you're alive, Bill. How are you doing?
Wonder.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bill?
Oh, man. Ain't this a
What do you think about
wonderful
Biden?
world around here?
What do you think
Ain't
about Biden, Bill?
That's too damn bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He don't
sad.
deserve that.
No, you don't deserve that at all. He was a good president.
Yeah.
We don't want to keep. We don't want to make it a very grim situation here. We've spoken about Mr. Biden.
But it is a grim
But
situation because
we've given it a good time. I don't like dwelling on the ugly. We've addressed it, and I think that there's many other issues we need to cover. The fact that Joe was a great president, there's no disputing that at all, Yelly. But
Definitely.
it's like talk about death. It's just something. It's a personal thing, and we acknowledge Joe Biden. I just like to move on, mate. That's all.
okay.
Yeah.
No offense, mate.
I think all of us pretty heartbroken over the fact of that news. It is devastating.
As a good man, that should not end his life this way. No.
Why couldn't it have been the?
Not really, Kay.
Why couldn't it have
Not
been
really,
a piece
baby.
of shit? fella?
Outlook is
Why
pretty
couldn't it have
bad.
been Trump? Yes. Why does it not happen to Trump? Exactly,
Yeah, well-
Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes
keep
me
trying
so
to believe there's a
goddamn
God
mad
up
at
there.
him, funny fellas.
Ah, shit.
John, I've been thinking about this ever since I heard about him telling Walmart to eat the CEO to eat the tariffs.
What's that?
I've come up with a scenario for everyone, and I think it's a very likely scenario that we're going to see happen at some point. What if all of these CEOs all of a sudden, he tells them all, you can eat the tariffs, and they say, okay, you tell us to eat the tariffs, well, then we'll stop giving all the dark money to all the politicians.
Yeah.
I wish that would. I wish
an
that's a
idea.
plan that would work. I wish that's a plan that would work. I don't have a lot of faith in those that donate to him having any moral fiber at all. It's.
I don't know. If he pisses them off enough, they just might turn on him.
Well,
They
let's
just
hope
might.
so. Let's hope so. But right now, it looks
Well,
like
then
they're all
where's-
cowering.
Where's the
No.
impeachment? Where's the impeachment? I mean, he's got so many things he can be impeached for. Seriously.
Yeah. Oh, I know it.
Yeah,
I know
the
it.
problem is we can't get enough Republicans on board to do it. We need them to do it in the House.
That's
of Senate.
think,
that's where the line is. We all know.
Those
That we could. The Democrats could file articles of impeachment, and it would go nowhere. It wouldn't go anywhere in the House
Yeah.
because they're not interested in holding him to account. They got money to make.
See, that's
themselves.
the problem. That's the problem. They're not playing the same fucking
No.
game. See, the Republicans are playing one game, and the Democrats are on a different fucking football field. What they've got to do
We're
is what
trying to play by the rules, and they
done
don't give a shit
when-
about the
when-
rules.
When
And it's hard to do.
Biden was in power, there was impeachment every freaking month. There was impeachment trying to impeach Biden. Do the same to Trump, because the only way that people are going to find out what Trump's doing is by making these impeachment articles, so that people get to hear it. Because CNN's not telling the people, and the other stations aren't telling the people. Well, fucking just put those impeachment things out there, and even if it don't work, the people hear about what he's done.
Those damn Republicans, they're nothing but a piece of spineless crap anyway. They don't do nothing for nobody.
Exactly.
They're in it for the money. They're in it for just like him. They're in it for the money. And whatever way the wind blows, their donations, that's what they're going to do. And right now, they're not going to stand up against Trump. Not a damn one of them has got enough balls to stand up to him.
What do you
I don't
need
know
to
what
do?
it is. He's got dirt on him. I don't know what makes a man give up every kind of integrity he ever had.
But I think, but they never had any integrity. They were all assholes. He just appointed.
Well, that's what they're
bunch
showing
of lawyers.
their hand to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no integrity within the Republican Party
no.
anymore.
No.
So those conservatives who still have a hair's decency left to them should be running away from his ass. Just on the face of it.
No. The ballot box is going to get them. That's what'll get them. Get
Well,
the people pissed off.
I
We
wish
should have a ballot.
Yeah, if we have a vote. If we have a vote, and
Yeah.
that's what everybody's worried about. Everybody's talking about what's going to happen in the midterms. I wish I had a crystal ball. We're going to have elections.
Would be nice.
No two ways about that. How
Unless you've got the National Guard out for some
unless
reason.
you've got
not.
martial law in effect, then yeah, no vote.
You don't give them a chance.
We can't give them that
Exactly.
opportunity. And it's like I'm going to say, we got to
That's why he
protest
wants-
and write letters and get out in the street, everything. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, try to get people motivated. But what we can't do is formate violence, because that's playing right into his hands.
No, not violence.
They're not.
but,
They're not. They're not trying to train the military or 20,000 National Guard to deal with what's coming over the border. They're trying to train
Yeah.
these people to be ready for the midterms that aren't going to happen, because they want martial law before the midterms happen, because they know the midterms are going to
We
kill
can't
them.
let that happen.
No matter how the districts are redrawn, it won't matter, because the despise for this man will be so strong by the midterms. He knows he'll be in big trouble. He'll lose the cabinet. He'll completely Senate, Congress. He'll lose a lot.
That's just exactly what they need. Really.
Well, I tell you what, there's a point now where Trump's out saying now that he wants AI to be involved in policing. Well, what the fuck? I mentioned a month ago about
Wait. Back up
the
the bus. He wants
the
AI
Terminator.
involved in policing in what way? In what
In
form?
policing. Well, AI to monitor the activities of people, meaning that, for example, all these podcasters and all the Facebook people and all the anyone on a chat site, you'll be monitored by AI, and there'll be red flags on algorithms. This is all being set up. This is something that Trump is trying to introduce now. It is before Congress. It has not been spoken about, but it's the new AI legislation. I mentioned
heard of it.
last month. I mentioned last month about the Terminator, and this is where it's heading. Whereas AI gets so much control, you're fighting the fucking rich and the robots. Now, what this new law is that it's a law to say that if this legislation gets passed, that is locked in for 10 years, meaning that no new law can be launched to stop the AI being
You've lost
used.
me on it, Dave. You've lost me on this one.
Well, you're gonna. I look. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I do know it was mentioned on the Midas Touch. There was a new law coming out that Trump's introducing into Congress, and I believe it's before Congress
yeah.
now. They're
If
looking
it's
at
Midas
it.
Touch, then,
whereas
I would believe it. I would believe
whereas
there's
AI being introduced into the social services and the policing and everything you do, like John Bridevo, well, you'll be.
Are
if
you
you
saying
go to
it's something
Walmart,
like
you
Big
buy-
Brother?
Exactly, that's what they call it. One
That's-
person
yeah.
mentioned the word Big Brother.
Yeah, I can see where that's where he wants to go. Sure, to control everything about our lives.
Not me.
It monitors the activity, the buying. I've got all these little notes here. It monitors
I'm on
the
his
buying
list.
power and the activity. The activity
Midas
of people's
Touch is on his
purchases.
list.
If you
Yeah.
go and buy a pile of weapons and ammunition and stuff, you'll have a flag raised. I mean, this is all the sort of stuff so he knows what you're doing, John. And if they suspect that you're up to no good, you'll get a knock at the door, or you get your front door kicked in.
Depends on what term up to no good.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
depending
mention
on
this
whether you're-
unless I knew it was a real thing, and it is a real thing, because it just harks
AI
back
is
to a
going to
time
creep
a month
into our
ago.
life, and we really aren't going to have a whole lot of, as with anything else, as when the internet first came in, there's good and there's evil, and it's gonna contain both. AI will contain good and it will contain evil. There's no
Well,
doubt.
all those security cameras you see in the streets, all those security cameras in the schools, or any security camera switched on will be linked into this AI program. So they can track your movements. They
Dave,
can do
in a futuristic world, yeah. And I don't know how distant off that world is. I don't think very far, but yeah. I can see that happening.
Yeah, but there's a point where it becomes privacy laws start being hindered. Your rights as a citizen start to be dwindled away by AI. if you've got a camera on your TV or your computer at home, and your computer is sitting on your lap in your
Sure.
lounge or wherever it may be,
If they were
can turn the
so inclined
microphone
to
on the
hack
camera.
into it, they could take over my camera and see me
Yes.
right now. Of course, all they'd have to do is tune into YouTube or Facebook. I'm right there. You know,
But it's not going
I
to
don't
happen in
have
Australia
anything to
because
hide.
we've had this issue. We've had these discussions in Australia, and it's the people made it very obvious to the government, we are not interested. Thank you very much. And no government would dare introduce AI over here in respect of that sort of level of AI.
It depends on who's controlling the AI. But isn't
Well,
it true at a
this-
certain point we lose control of AI? That's what the fear is. That's what
Yeah.
Yes.
you know, the ball keeps rolling and AI has no use for us. You know, it's a
We're
paradox.
expendable.
But I don't think
Hence
we're
the
there. I don't think
Terminator.
we're going to be there in 20 years. I
Yeah.
think that's probably about 50 years in the future that we're going to really, you know, I don't know. I'm old. You know,
Mate, it only takes one nut job and a gullible people to turn the country upside down with AI. I mean, look at
all it
Tesla.
takes is a few
Remember
evil people in the right places, Dave. to
Mr.
unleash
Tesla
havoc.
from 1920s and
Yeah, I
1930s.
don't trust that
He
guy.
had inventions and plans for free power. You could draw out of quartz and out the ground. And he was, when he died, all that stuff disappeared.
I was fixing to
There's
say,
people
when
that
did he
have
die?
died. There's people
When
been
they found
murdered
out he knew that?
over they can run their car on certain things, or they can get free power because oil companies like to get this shit and shelve it.
That's been debated a long time. Guy come up with a car that runs on water. You bet your ass he's dead somewhere. That's those kind of stories have been around a long time. Let me thank Alan Roberts, who came in with a $2 donation and said, sorry to hear about President Biden's cancer. Well, Alan, thank you very much, and I think we all are heartbroken because it is, and especially right now, this last week with them bashing the shit out of him, which I am just really sick of.
Me too.
You know, because he
Yeah,
did. He
right.
served this country for decades and decades. Has a list of accomplishments a mile long.
Yeah.
Suffered personal tragedy in his life, and we're going to bash his ass.
And was
Because he might-
persecuted by a man that is not worthy of breathing oxygen. You know,
No.
he was persecuted by Trump. That
And
poor
still
man
is. And still is.
and Hunter.
And anybody
if I was
associated
Hunter
with him or
Biden-
anybody that stood up to Trump. That's why he's going after Comey.
If I was Hunter Biden, I'd be so angry, and seeing what those boys are doing of Trump, as compared to what they accused and only accused Hunter, and he was convicted of really, it was just a nothing.
It was
burger.
a dog and pony
Um,
show. It was
yeah.
a bunch of hollering and screaming. If we held, you
And what
know,
are these boys doing? They're doing
Yeah.
10 times worse.
yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of money made in the Trump business world. A whole lot of money.
Well, he's
getting a new
he
Trump
wasn't
tower.
that wealthy. He wasn't that wealthy till he became president. I mean,
Yeah.
he's become
Oh, his personal wealth
Like-
shot up. Shot up when he became president.
we know got $1 billion
he's a
from the oil
grifter.
companies. He got $1 billion from the oil companies. We know that.
Okay. We got a request from the chat, and I finally caught it there. Carl Vogel's calling out for the song, so let's go ahead and play our nightly. Boy, howdy shit. There's so many people I want to say this
I
to.
just need you to shut
shut
the fuck up, 'cause nobody asked you.
I look at the
bitch.
TV and listen
I
to
need you
news.
to shut the fuck up, bitch. 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 Bow, bow, shut the fuck up.
It does put a
Shut the
smile on
fuck
my
up,
face. It
bow,
does lift
bow,
my
shut
spirits.
the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you know
bow,
something?
bow. I just need you to
Let's do
shut
that again.
the fuck up, 'cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. 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 Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
Yep.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
Dance
up.
party chair dancing. There you go.
Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
If that don't want you to tap your feet, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Got to get to moving
Yeah.
on that one. Huh?
I was just curious if
What's that, Bill?
anybody seen I was curious if anybody seen that on the King of Norway telling Trump to go to hell, basically.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
It was good.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't say he didn't to Trump go to hell, but what he did was when the Prime Minister of Norway went to see Trump. Trump kind of mentioned that he loved the king and that he wanted to be
Thank you,
invited to the king. And you know what the king did? He invited Obama. so
Touche.
yeah,
Touche.
So last week the king of Norway had Obama, for dinner. So I mean that was the king of Norway's little statement there. It was kind of funny.
Quite a statement, too, I think.
Yeah,
I liked it.
he's pretty cool. He's got like almost 90% approval here in Norway. He's very popular.
Good.
He's a great guy. He's very liked. So that was his little fuck you to Trump. Let's invite Obama. After Trump
for
asked
him.
to be invited.
We need
Trump
more
begged to be invited.
European leaders to stand up and do the same damn thing.
Yeah.
You bet.
Because that's what Donny Boy's doing to the European Union. Your second margarita, baby. To the European
How about
Union
the third one?
is giving them the bird.
I thought
Yeah.
you were drinking holy water now.
It is holy water. It is.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. I'm being blessed
Yeah.
as we speak.
Yeah.
Well, idiot wouldn't know the difference,
It's been a
would
rough
he?
day.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said, idiot, well, he wouldn't know the difference between holy water and water.
Well, sure I would.
John just made-
I'm sure
John
those
just
that
turned
believe
the
would
water
think the
into-
holy water would burn the shit out of my mouth. Similar to what this tequila does.
It would burn Trump. I mean, imagine, I'd love to throw holy water on Trump, see what happens. See if he melts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
He might
melting.
disappear.
I'm
That'd
melting.
be great.
I wish. Irene Marconi came in with a $10 donation. Irene, thank you very much. Y'all been very generous this evening, and I appreciate the shit out of it. It's, yeah. Appreciate that. What? What'd you say?
Dear. No, I'm just going to post something on because it's already MAGA's out there sort of being nasty about Biden's cancer.
Yeah, I've
Just
seen that too
disgusting.
in comment sections. Yeah, I wrote in comment section where they announced Biden's cancer. A lot of MAGA people came in and wrote ha 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 ha, and die,
I have no doubt.
motherfucker.
I have no doubt.
They wrote like die motherfucker die, and all that kind of stuff. It's so disgusting.
Well, it's no less than what I wish for their guy.
No, that's exactly
Except
how
I would
I feel
prefer it to
about
be by a bolt of lightning. It would accomplish two things at one time. I'd become a religious guy. I'd go
Oh,
to
yeah.
church. You bet your ass.
Light him
Look
up.
at there. That's all I'm asking is for one sign, baby. Just one sign. Oh, shit. I think we're in for it, though,
but
baby.
they are just so
We got a lot of
vicious
dark
and mean.
times before we see any kind of sunlight coming around.
Yeah.
We are. And I fear this is going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. But we cannot lose our vision.
But these
or our hope.
MAGA people, they are so fucking nasty and disgusting and cynical.
Because they don't give a shit. They don't give a
Yeah.
shit about the rules.
No,
they don't give a
I
shit about
know.
this country. All they give a shit about, yeah, I vote for Trump. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's like the mentality to the people around me. They don't give a fuck about the
Exactly.
issues, the
I mean,
politics of it, what's going on in this. They will pretty soon, I think. When they go to Walmart,
they're
all of a
playing
sudden
the
they start
same-
noticing shit going up, drastically high.
Exactly.
When
What
shit hits the
mentality?
fan. You think it's
Well, they
only
must
Democrats
notice
or
it
liberals
now.
that rely on social services? Shit.
But they must notice it now, John, because fuel
They'll
hasn't come
notice it
down.
when
it's gone
grandma
up.
gets cut off her Medicaid or Medicare or her income. They'll notice then, but then it'll be too late. Then it'll be too late. Can you imagine on a larger scale if people like, I don't know, this next cycle on Social Security? What would happen if you didn't get your check? What would happen if you didn't receive that check in your bank? You're like me, your ass would pucker real fast because the lights are fixing to fucking go out, the internet's going to go out, and the house is going to get fucking repossessed. Huh?
What would happen if it was just? What would happen for most Americans if it was 20% less? Not the no check, just 20% less check would hurt Americans badly.
Yes.
Kill everybody.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Really?
Every dollar counts.
Baby, if it wasn't for this show, I would not make it every month. The income generated by the donations in this family is the only thing that keeps my fucking ass floating. Every fucking month. I don't make enough to pay the you know, the bills.
Yeah, no.
Everything that we have to pay today.
Every American has got their budget, and that budget, that housewife or that man has got that budget finely tuned to the last dollar. And if Trump takes out $50 of that, it's going to kill him in some area.
Yeah.
And normally it's food.
And indeed, whenever a couple like we were, and you lose your spouse, that's a piece of your income. That's not how you feel about it. You could give two shits about the fucking income. But yeah, it
the
makes
bills
a difference.
don't change.
Yeah,
the bills are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never leave.
No.
I'd live on the street if I could have her back.
Of course
I'd
you
live on
would.
the fucking street if I could have her back, but that ain't happening. You know. And she would too.
Even if you can get some of them paid up, they still come back and haunt you.
You know what? I was really sick to the stomach to see Christy Noem and Pam Bondi when the Eric Swalwell said to them, put the photograph of Mr. Garcia's hand up and said, "Is that Photoshop?"
No.
And they wouldn't
She
say
would
no.
not answer. She would not answer the question.
Was that
And that
disgusting?
was the only question she was being asked. And she went off on a tangent every damn time. You know.
You know,
that
damn
was
well
awful.
Because they don't want to verbally say anything against his ass. If he says the fucking sky is red, it's red. It's not blue, it's red. And he would all their fucking cabinet members would come out and say, "Yes, the sky is red today. Can't you see?"
Did you see that?
Tell me they wouldn't.
Did you see RFK Jr.'s when he was in Congress last week?
Yeah.
And they asked him, and Bernie pressured him about healthcare and he's trying to wiggle himself out of critical questions by giving long answers where he's saying nothing. That's what they're doing. They're trying to sort of give long answers where they actually say nothing, they do this whataboutism all the time. Look at that, look at this. I mean, it's so disgusting. And when I look at
Chrissy Noem, Pam Bondi, pick one. You know.
Yeah, Pam Dumb Blondie, is that what they call her? You know, that should be what they call her.
That's I call her. Oh, look at here.
The Pam Bondi blah,
all right. Y'all straighten up here and act like gentlemen because we're fixing to have a lady in the room. We did already, Miss Schick. I'm sorry.
I hug your buddy.
Damn. Shot myself in the foot with that one. Hello, Adrian. Oh, you're muted up, dear. There you are. How you doing?
Do we have feedback tonight?
I'm sorry, baby. I can barely hear you.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's all right.
How's that? All right. Better?
A little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Is this your first time in, Adrian?
Second. I was here Thursday night was my first time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
North Carolina.
That's right. I remember. I remember.
It's all right.
My memory's kind of not too. Yeah. My
Uh,
Rolodex is really getting tattered up there, I'm telling you. How are you doing
I
this
was
evening,
just
darling?
thinking. Oh, I'm doing, the best I can, like everybody else.
Indeed.
This Donnie. Oh Lord, have mercy. Where do I start?
Yeah.
Start anywhere, mate.
Well, I said from day one, from the last election, that thing there ain't nothing but the devil, no way. Which
Indeed.
leads me to your lightning bolt.
Yeah.
I do believe that's going to happen. And if there's any justice in this
Oh,
world, it will
from your
happen
mouth to
while he
his
has
ears.
golf club. Oh,
From your
when
mouth
he's
to
got
his
that golf
ears.
club in his hand, John.
I'd accept
that-
anyway. Any,
Oh, no.
any, sad that it would be, but a bolt of lightning
yeah,
out of the
break my
sky,
heart.
yeah, might find John in church
Exactly.
on Sunday. Just going up there, giving him
I
a
would
thumbs
love
up.
it. I
Way to
mean,
go!
Just
Oh
to
Lord!
watch him fry through that pole. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord! I got
I
got through almost through this whole show with an envelope right in front of me. I got mail. I got mail. And I'll call this out at the beginning of the next show because I don't want her to miss this. Donna Sturdivant from Sturdivant, Wisconsin. I got a wonderful card from her. Had a wonderful little note in it.
That's down the road about 2 hours from
And-
me, John.
Is she? She added a donation in there, and to say that it couldn't have come at a better time would be an understatement. And I think that's the second time that's happened lately. So I want Donna Sturdivant, thank you very much. I'll call that out at the beginning of the next show in case she missed it or whatever. Anyway, John's brain is frazzled. What do you want to know? It's
Anything.
yeah, it is. It's
Anything
it's
good,
the time.
man.
It's just the dates and everything that makes it difficult. Anyway, let's see.
We
We're
need anything good, John. You know that.
If it wasn't for this family, baby, I doubt I'd make it. I rely heavily on this family. The conversation, this chat that goes on every damn time I start this show, is that's the lifeline that keeps me floating right now. Is the love from this family? Like I say, hell, we just had one blue dot move from that side of the country over to this side of the country. Now anyway, and Lord have
posted in
mercy,
the
Pauline,
chat.
hang on baby, hang on. It's and Miss Lois, love you, baby. Take care of yourself, and yeah. Anyway, let me thank Joseph Martinez who came in with $2 and said, "Keep up the good fight, baby. We intend to do that." And Alan Roberts came in with $5 and said, "I want to see him live long enough to be impeached and rode out of D.C. on a rail." Fuck Trump. Oh, the good old days of tar and feathering. Could we not bring that back just on special occasions? Just
Special occasion.
for nostalgic reasons, a little tar, a little feathers, a little rail, whatever it
I
takes.
posted in the chat, Politics Girl. She also touched on the AI thing I discussed. I posted that in the chat. You can have a listen to that. She will also inform you of some of the things that Trump's trying to introduce with AI.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Lisa Ryder in the chat just said something. I think she's right. She says, "You have puppy brain, John." I think I do. Do you know how many piles of shit 8 puppies do in a day? I'm just saying.
Outside.
Yeah. Tomorrow, my son and I are going to be sitting down at 5 Points with a sign, Pibble puppies, and we're going to try to find homes for them. They're all cute. Every one of them are just cute little boogers. I wish I could keep them all, but I can't, and I can't keep up with them. And so, yep. Tomorrow will be spent on the side of the road with a cage and free puppy sign. So that's the way I got my day planned for tomorrow.
John, you got to try to keep up with them, you know. You got to kick her in high gear, buddy.
Yeah, my gears are stripped, man. I can't high gear. I can't even find low gear right now. Shit. Anyway, I guess we're going to call it a night. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Mitch Goldstein, I'm sorry we didn't get you in here, brother. I don't know what went wrong. But come back and see us anyway. Anyway, Bill.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming in, brother.
Hope I enlightened you a little bit tonight.
You made me smile. I need that shit. That's my motto, too. Give that shit away. So, Bill, I appreciate it.
No problem. I'll see you again.
You bet. Come back. And Ben.
Yes, sir.
Always bring something to the table, buddy. I appreciate that.
Yes. Always never give up hope on this, because I know the scenarios that I gave you are far-fetched, but hey, at this point, we got to hang on to whatever we can get.
You adapt, you overcome, you move forward. We got no other choice in life, and I don't care what the fuck it is you're talking about. You don't have but one choice. You adapt to whatever fucking situation it is. You overcome the obstacles that are in your way, and you fucking move forward. And that's what we're going to have to do, and it's going to be a rough road. But we can be no less determined. Anyway,
Right.
Ben, take care of yourself.
You too.
All right. Yelly Man.
Yeah, John, it was nice to talk to you, and I hope you have a good next week, and
It'll get better.
That you find good homes for the dogs. That would be nice.
That's what I want. A good home for every one of them. My kids know me. I don't. If I had my way, I wouldn't give a single one of them up. As a matter of fact, I'd go out and find more.
Mother,
but I'm getting too old for that shit.
You should teach the mother dog some morals about having sex.
Yeah.
You know.
Little slut. Anyway.
Okay. See you later, John.
All right, Yellow Man. Take care of yourself.
All right. I
All
will.
right.
You too. See you.
You bet. And Dave.
Yeah. Hey,
Always
mate.
a pleasure, Dave.
Hey, I hope you don't give one of those puppies to anyone that pulls up in a ute with a rebel flag on the back or a Confederate flag or anything like that.
Yeah, that would be a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
That would be a dead
Don't you
giveaway,
give
and yeah. I might have
Don't
to
you give
bite my
anyone-
lip if they have a Trump sticker on there.
I wouldn't subject a dog
What are you
to
going to do?
poor
They have a
dog.
Trump sticker on. I'll tell them to fuck off. Find another dog.
Exactly.
So,
I don't know. I don't think you have problems. There'll always be that family out there looking for a puppy or driving past,
I
and the
hope
kids
so.
are in the back, and they'll say "mum" and "dad." And
yeah.
I think they'll move. I think,
I think
all
we'll
puppies
find
are cute.
they're all cute. They're all, they're all good little dogs.
Yeah.
A dog is exactly what you make it. So,
Well, Trump can find homes for American citizens in other countries' jails, so I'm sure you can find homes for puppies.
we'll find homes. We'll find homes, Dave.
Good
Anyway,
night, mate.
brother, come
Good
back
night,
and
Mr.
see
Chick.
us. And Adrian,
Yes.
I know it was short, but thank you for coming in, darling.
Oh, I'll be here regular. I just had to throw my 2 cents about him getting hit by lightning. That just made my day.
Just bring your 2 cents. Hell, next time bring a dime. Hell, bring $1. We got plenty of time.
Got it.
Anyway, darling, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it.
Thank y'all for having me.
You bet. And Miss Chick.
You rang?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't intend it like that. You were just
Oh.
being so quiet. I forgot you was in here.
Yeah, it's just me. It's just, yeah. I'm tired tonight.
It's been a long weekend. It's been a rough weekend.
It has been a
It
long
has.
weekend.
I won't lie. It's one I could have done without, but
Mhm.
you know,
It is what
it is
it
what
is.
it is. It is what it is.
Tomorrow's another day. We'll do better.
And let's hope for a better day tomorrow. That's all you do.
Yep.
Cast this one aside and let's start all over again.
In the meantime,
Anyway, in the meantime,
make your plans. Make your plans for protesting
oh shit.
June 14th, not in D.C., but
Not in
everywhere
DC.
else.
In all 50 states except DC.
hmm Generally in the capitals. Yep.
I assume
But
there could
other
be one here.
places too.
Yeah.
Find one near you. I'm sure there's going to be one close enough by. And, yeah.
And
That's all I've got because I didn't get a chance to dig around into. Excuse me while I yawn.
yeah, it's
Dig
been
around
one of them
into
kind of days, baby.
Too much. Well, I would say fresh air, but when you're standing next to a burn pile, it's not real fresh.
Yeah, no.
I
you've been
inhaled
doing
too much
that
of the
all
wrong
day, so-
kind of smoke. Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways,
We'll
we
get to it,
had
baby.
some people share some shit, John.
Oh, well, we always appreciate the shit shares. Every
do.
shit share.
We depend on our shit shares, actually.
We do. And who are they this week?
This week we have Carrie, Karrye, from California.
Outstanding.
Our own Jean S. from Minnesota. Hey, Jean.
Hey, Jane. Thank you, baby.
Skip K. from New Jersey.
All right.
George St. J. from New York. Ann K. from New York also. And Donald S. from Ohio.
All shared this shit.
Shared the shit.
We appreciate the shit out of that. And that's how
We
this
do.
family keeps growing, is when you share that shit. So, buttons right there, baby. Just saying. You could hit
Like, share, subscribe,
That's
follow.
it, baby. Come
Push
back.
all the buttons you can.
We'll be here 3 times a week, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, baby. We're right here. So tell your friends and come on by and join the conversation. Get on Discord. You can come into the room and get into the table. It's that easy. Anyway, it has been a long weekend, and I must say, I'm glad this one's over with. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping this next week is going to be a little bit brighter. Let's hope that for everybody. So
Yeah, and for all those out there right now suffering due to weather extremes and devastation,
indeed.
we're thinking about you. I don't know if there's much we can do, but for those that can do, look for
for a
where
way.
you can help. Look for a
Look
way.
for a way. There's always
Yeah.
a way. There's always a need.
Yep.
So all we have to do is find it.
Might be volunteering to help with the aftermath. Might be sending a little money to the Red Cross.
Indeed.
You never know.
In whatever way you can help. It's not only good for those in need, it's good for your own heart, too. It's good for your soul, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, Miss Chick, I can't say thank you enough, especially on nights like this when I come in so unprepared, and you are. So I appreciate it. And in the
You're
meantime,
welcome.
Manana's Monday. See how Monday goes. And we'll be back here Tuesday for another Blue Dot Family meeting. So until then, make the best of whatever the fuck it is, what kind of day you have. But try to find a smile in it somewhere. Give that shit away to somebody else. It'll make you feel better. And won't improve your day, but for a minute, you'll feel better about it. Anyway, I love you all for being here and for being a part of this family. Y'all are in my heart, and I appreciate it.